Well, just you fancy that. Again, it must be fun being Linda McMahon. Hello there, I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com and welcome to How WWE Should Have Booked, where I look back at infamous WWE missed booking opportunities and talk about how I would book them differently because I'm a smartass. This week, Vince McMahon's illegitimate son. So in 2007, Vince McMahon had a pretty weird year. He got shaved bald by Donald Trump, became ECW champion for a bit, and then blew up in a limousine explosion. What? So yes, Vince McMahon was dead, and then he had to come back because Chris Benoit and his wife and his son were actually dead. But the whole point of that angle was to create this illegitimate son. Vince McMahon was going to say in a video will of some description, I had an illegitimate son and the WWE is going to him. It would have been Mr. Kennedy, and it would have been a massive push towards WrestleMania in a feud with him versus Triple H. Unfortunately, that got knocked on the head, but they wanted to keep the illegitimate son angle. So Vince McMahon was served papers in August saying, you have a bastard son. And guess what? He works here at the WWE. Well, just you fancy that. Again, it must be fun being Linda McMahon. We go through the whole paternity test, and they tease, who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Triple H? Because haha, lol, incest, Lamau, get to the Rufflecopter. And it turns out, of course, that it's not Mr. Kennedy. It was going to be him, but he violated the wellness policy and was suspended for 30 days, so they had to pick someone else. Who was this mid-carder going to be? Who was going to have their stock risen to unprecedented heights by the McMahon family name? Hornswoggle. And I can do it better. When you look at who it should be, you have to ask yourself one question. Is it going to be funny or is it going to be serious? And considering that WWE handles funny about as well as a bull handles a china shop, let's keep it serious, shall we? So we need a mid-carder. There's no point in giving it to a main eventer. They don't need this level of exposure. We need a mid-carder who can talk and who can wrestle. Someone who can be elevated and stay there. And we need someone ideally who's the opposite of Vince McMahon, because you could choose someone who's a heel like Vince, but that doesn't give you a lot of room to maneuver, doesn't give you a lot of conflict. So we need someone who is the opposite of Vince McMahon. Someone who is, because Vince McMahon is the embodiment of, pristine, corporate, manicured dick swinging. We need someone who is just like a no good punk. After all, who's the mid-carder who's the best on the mic? Who's been building up a following at ECW over the last year? Who's had, an actual difficult upbringing so could bring some actual relevance to this angle? Why, it's C. McMahon Punk. It's revealed that CM Punk is Mr. McMahon's illegitimate son. They do the whole paternity test thing. Sure, they can have their lols where they want it. And the guy who has the test results is saying, turns out that your son is extreme. And Vince McMahon goes, oh, bollocks. All the ECW guys get in the ring. Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, The Sandman, Balls Mahoney, CM Punk. All of Vince McMahon's favourite people. And, of course, Bobby Lashley, who is still the ECW champion and should remain so for the time being. So it's revealed that it's CM Punk, and the two just stand there looking at each other. And Vince McMahon's like, you're no good. You're just a street rat. Scoundrel, take that, just a little. We have a couple of awkward backstage segments, they try and get a little bit of comedy out of it. For example, awkward boardroom scene with furious Stephanie McMahon. The camera's panning over to furious Shane, pans to furious Linda, pans to ashamed Vince, and pans to CM Punk, who's sort of just like. So Vince McMahon says, I'm going to make the best of this. You're going to be a champion because you're a McMahon, damn it. Which world title do you want to challenge for? You can have any title shot you want. And CM Punk says, I want an ECW title shot. No, you can have any championship shot you like. What's it going to be? An ECW title shot. No, you're a McMahon, you should be respectful to the McMahon name and challenge for a prestigious title. No, I've earned an ECW title, I'm on ECW, I like ECW, I want that. Damn it, show some respect, I should have done this years ago. Goes to slap CM Punk. He catches his hand and the two have a really awkward standoff. At which point, Vince McMahon goes, okay, you've got your match. So Vince McMahon already hates Bobby Lashley, so at Unforgiven, Bobby Lashley versus CM Punk, and it looks like Vince McMahon's going to screw Lashley out of the title. Shane McMahon is the official guest referee, but CM Punk doesn't want to win this way. Him and Bobby Lashley have a good match, and it looks like CM Punk's going to pin Bobby Lashley, but Shane starts to fast count him, and Punk's like, no, he gets off, he doesn't pin him. He's like, I don't want that. Shane says, show some respect, you're a McMahon, damn it. Slaps Punk, who then clobbers the hell out of him. Then Bobby Lashley plants Punk, and Vince McMahon 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley walks away, and Vince McMahon is standing there looking at his son. He takes the mic and says, so it's going to be tough love, is it? Fine. Then on ECW, CM Punk's life is made a living hell. Vince McMahon puts a bounty on him. Every week he gets put through tables, gets chairs broken over his back, gets kendo sticks broken on his ribs. You know, lots of hardcore stuff, because that's what the ECW fans like, apparently. So after this, there's a #1 contenders battle royale at No Mercy. Vince McMahon puts a bounty again on CM Punk, saying £100,000 to whoever eliminates CM Punk. You know, just like the Royal Rumble 1999. Because everyone's fighting amongst themselves over the money, CM Punk, of course, survives, becomes the #1 contender, and goes on to face Bobby Lashley at Survivor Series. So despite his life being made a living hell by Big Show, Big Daddy V, etc., CM Punk finally comes out on top versus Bobby Lashley. The two shake hands, Bobby Lashley goes away, and CM Punk's like, yes, I'm the champion. Every week Vince McMahon forces him to fight because you're a McMahon, damn it, you're a McMahon, damn it, you're a McMahon, damn it. And every week, for 4 straight weeks, he fights Bobby Lashley, Big Show, Big Daddy V, and someone else. And each of these matches go a solid 15 to 20 minutes, and it makes a champion out of Punk. And then he takes it to Armageddon in a ladder match, which he again wins, and Vince McMahon reveals his trump card. He says, right, okay, I've really tried hard to take this title off you, so guess what? I'm transferring you to Raw tonight. So I'm afraid you're going to have to vacate the championship. This is your last night as ECW champion. You are now on Raw. Sorry. By the way, while this has all been happening, Triple H has kayfabe gotten married to Steph again. That's an official thing. Also, at No Mercy, instead of Orton winning the title, Triple H did. I mean, yes, Age of Orton, that will come later, that will happen next year, but for now, Triple H is the WWE champion. So, we're at Armageddon and CM Punk is having the championship vacated off him. He goes backstage to Vince McMahon, he's like, what the hell, the two have a screaming match, and Vince McMahon says, you're a McMahon, I'm inserting you into the WWE title match with Triple H and Chris Jericho tonight. Right, so he has to think about that. Then, at the end of the night, CM Punk versus Chris Jericho versus Triple H. So in that match, while the referee is down, Vince McMahon clobbers Triple H with a chair, clobbers Chris Jericho with a chair, and CM Punk wins. CM Punk stands up, and Swerve hugs Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon hands a wrench to CM Punk and points at Triple H. Cracks the hell out of Triple H's knee. Triple H is taken out on a stretcher. CM Punk stands there with the ECW and the WWE championships over his shoulder as Vince McMahon claps his son on the back. Next night, CM Punk turns up. He's wearing a suit. He's completely clean shaven, and his hair is cut short. He looks like an absolute business douche. He's carrying the title. He says, why fight it? It was just going to end horribly for me. It turns out I'm a McMahon. I've got greatness in my blood. That's fine. Out comes Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy won a #1 contenders match at Armageddon the night before, just like in real life. And he's like, what happened to you, man? You used to be just like me. You used to be alternative. What happened, man? What happened to the CM Punk everyone knew and loved? And CM Punk's like, well, I realized I have greatness in my veins. What do you have in your veins other than filth? So yeah, they have that whole straight edge versus alternative free spirit angle. And that goes on until Royal Rumble, where CM Punk pins Jeff Hardy as a result of McMahon shenanigans. CM Punk going up against Jeff Hardy cements him as a heel because Jeff Hardy's of course the biggest babyface. That rivalry continues to No Way Out, where again Punk beats Hardy. At this point, at No Way Out, Triple H returns from his busted knee, wins the Elimination Chamber match for a shot at the WWE title. The guy who won the Royal Rumble, John Cena, he goes into a program with Edge and The Undertaker. Goodbye, John. So the match is set, Triple H versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. And it turns out CM Punk, oh my goodness, wasn't Vince McMahon's son after all. Triple H produces evidence that Vince McMahon faked the whole thing. Why? Why did he do this? Well, because Triple H got married to Steph, he was going to inherit the company when Vince passed on, and Vince says that's not going to happen, so I faked it. I picked someone who I thought I could easily control, a stooge like this guy. And CM Punk's like, I'm no stooge, rips off his shirt and tie, then he clocks Vince McMahon, then he clocks Triple H from behind as well, because he's still not a babyface. He shouldn't turn babyface from this. So we've got Triple H versus CM Punk. So CM Punk says, I don't care if I'm not a McMahon, I'm the damn WWE champion. So Triple H versus CM Punk, and the two get in each other's face. It's really personal. Mr. McMahon tries to insert himself and makes their life a living hell, but they both overcome that, looking strong going into WrestleMania. And Triple H beats CM Punk. Yes, I know, but CM Punk hasn't been in the company for that long. He's proved himself on the mic, proved he can hang in the main event against top stars. He will be back. So Triple H and CM Punk feud for a bit until Backlash. Triple H wins again, and CM Punk goes on. Either he can go soul searching and become back as a babyface with his stock raise, or he can continue a heel and go on with like a good heel program with, say, Chris Jericho, for example. And that's how I would have booked it, because you've legitimized ECW, you've made the title actually seem like it was worth something for most of 2007, and then you've given Triple H a big WrestleMania victory. He loves those. You've also given CM Punk a big WrestleMania moment, given him an opportunity to prove that he can hang on the main stage, really accelerate his career. And you've made the angle actually feel like it accomplished something, rather than endless, look how small this person is jokes. Anyway, that's how WWE should have booked. Do you disagree? If so, tell me about it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and you can even follow me on Twitter. Here, I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.